In our current world, boys will play boys and girls will play girls. Unless they're transgender. The most common argument here is that it's only acting. They're actors, right? They can play whatever they want to play. And that would be a valid argument if that were true for all roles. However, that mentality is only used when you're casting a trans character. Simply put, we need to stop casting trans characters based on the gender they were assigned at birth. It's not only misrepresentation, but it leaves people with the message that trans people are supposed to be whatever society initially labels them. I'm sure this conversation would be a lot easier if the conversation started on the other side of the table and we actually had trans people in charge of their own narratives, writing, directing, casting. Now, I'm not saying that cis people can't include trans people in their work. You can include us in other stories. You don't need a trans role to cast a trans actor. Why not just cast a diverse group of people that include trans people in roles that don't talk about their gender identity? The more you cast us, the more recognition that we'll get, and the more recognition we get, the more likely you are to have a big name when you need one of us to lead your movie. Look at Eddie Redmayne, and Jared Leto, and Neil Patrick Harris, and Jeffrey Tambor. All white cis men who were lined up to win awards for playing trans women. We're falling into this habit of congratulating cis men for having the guts to portray women. When Jared Leto wins an Academy Award for the Best Male Actor up against a bunch of other actors that played men, that just perpetuates the idea that this character that he played was a man, which is just a step in rationalizing the misconceptions about trans women all around this world and enforcing the violence that comes with it. If you're casting a trans woman, why do you cast a man? Why is a cis man the thing you go to if you can't find a trans woman? Why is it more important that a character fit society's standards of what a boy is at the beginning of the movie than they do fit what a girl is at the end of the movie? I can't help but think about the young trans people at home, realizing that no matter what they do, no matter where they go in life, if their story is told, they won't have control over it. Look at the stories that are being told about trans people. They're in prison, or straight out of juvie, or in a freak show, or being forced to transition against their will, or they're sex workers. I'm not even going to get into the argument that the transgender sex worker is such an overplayed trope that we're tired of it, and I don't want to talk about it. If you want to hear a trans story, ask a trans person. If you want to cast a trans character, cast a trans actor. If you want misguided information, find somebody who doesn't represent the community you're speaking about.